So they had two groups here to stage the coup. The coup was staged by CIA, white people. In Kanyon Doe, Mrs. Tobo told me, point blank, the person who killed me, that white man. The person who shot my husband, that white man. And the instance in which they killed the president was this. The president was in his room, and Mrs. Tobo was in her room with the children. When the people were knocking the door for him to open and fire, they started shooting, Tobo got concerned. So he left his wife's room with the children and wanted to take the side door to get outside the room, maybe to find escape or something like that. He was met, and Mrs. Tobo was right behind him. So she said, the person who shot my husband, there are not these people here, we were talking about Doe then. He said, a white man shot my husband. She always said that. That white people killed President Tobo. Doe then was just enjoying the name. She said, the man who shot her husband was a white man. Not these people, which means Doe then, who going around and say they can make coup. They're not them. This was organized, it's an international plot. But I don't know why they want to make such a plot like that, because it didn't help us at all.
But what was the role of Kanyon Doe? How did he come into the picture?
All right, Kanyon Doe. I said they organized two versions. Doe and his group were trained. They were trained by Americans. Doe and his group were trained at the Tokman military camp near the rubber farm here. How they call it, Todi. And Kanyon Doe were trained in Todi. Doe then were trained in shuffling by the CIA, special squad. They were trained there. And Kanyon Doe, he was a good army man, they call him a ranger. He went to the military school at West Point. He had his group over there. But Doe then being in what they played in right here to the shuffling, they looked at it, they were not too far. And the way it happened was that Tobo got the information that there was something going on. That's why he wanted to leave the country. After when we were to be trial on the 13th, he was to leave the country because he saw something was going on. So the king had this thing here at the Sangana party. They said that was the party for us, for our something about our that two-week party thing what they had in that building, where somebody will take over because it's not their building again. They did it for us, and they dispersed. Tobo was supposed to leave and all that kind of stuff, but they didn't have time enough to leave when this thing occurred. They were supposed to leave, like we were supposed to be tried on the 13th. It looked like maybe Tobo were preparing to leave something like probably on the 10th or something like that. That's why they found so much money in his house where he was going, and Benny Warner was supposed to be vice president. So it happened that Jabo's group did not stage the coup. They lived a bit too far from Monrovia. So Doe then were able to come and do the work. But Mrs. Tobo said the person who killed her husband, who shot her husband, was not these people, it was a white man. The white people I know that can work with y'all, that they are Americans. They ain't not different white people. Because when the Russian people came here after the coup, we refused to deal with them. It was the Americans who had all the CIA. I told you I had American men working with me in the Justice Department. They are part and parcel of all these things were going on. They're talking about human rights. They're the ones spoiling our society. They were here for 100 years. They could have made Liberia a big country. They sit down, new country coming around, they took all our land. They couldn't defend us. The only thing they did was to take part in the Southern War. They brought people to fight the native people. That was a civil war. They didn't have to intervene. So I got a problem with your America. I know that your America or our America. So
thank you very much.
Jabo became, and what? Let me tell you what happened. Because I was chairman of John Security. Sorry. We found out that Jabo was planning a counter coup, and he had left the Todi barrack and he was hiding in the bush. His soldier that was being trained with him had dispersed. When they assembled and wanted to stay a counter coup, they were not able to do it. And so some of them left Jabo. And so Jabo was in the bush there, and then the PRC people decided to look for him because they planned a counter coup. That's how they got Jabo. And he didn't, I don't know whether he didn't know how to swim. He was crossing some kind of water, I don't know, like St. Paul River or something like that. And he got caught. Well, he was not a good ranger. Because if I know I want to make counter coup, I should understand that I will be sought after. And I was not going to be traveling alone. And I won't be swimming broad day for people to see me. I will cross the river at night time. That's what soldiers do. So I don't think he was a ranger, but the people say he was a ranger.